One of the oldest arts, building design, is one of the most dynamic, constantly in a state of change. Our next guest is on the leading edge of the changes in the state of that art. Scott Joyce is president and CEO of Scott Joyce Design Incorporated. He joins us now to update us on his forward-looking work. Scott, thanks for flying with us today.
Glad to be here.
Well, new techniques and new materials have always been important in advancing building design. What's new and pertinent in today's work?
There are so many new and exciting materials available now in the building design market. For example, there are structural insulating panels, which are SIPs, and EcoBlock, which is an insulated concrete form, as well as green materials, which come from places like the FSB, which is a Forest Service Council, and there's a nano system, which is a door and window system that's now available.
Well, give me an example of how that could be used.
Well, recently we finished a project which was featured in the September issue of Metropolitan Home, where we used the nano wall system. It's essentially a door system that accordions or folds back and allows the outside to come inside.
Well, with that in mind, let me ask about a concept that shows up in a lot of literature about you, the fourth dimension architecture. What is that?
The fourth dimension architecture is a phrase that we coined to sort of define the first step that we have with a client in designing their project. It's a way of combining intense building code research with emerging building technologies to maximize the profit potential and future of the project.
I'm going to have to ask for an example of that one, too.
Currently, which is in the same issue of Metropolitan Home, we had a cliffside house that had no backyard. So we created land out of air. We created a 1,500 square foot backyard that before was nothing but air. In that backyard is a pool, a rec room, and some other ancillary structures. But for the most part, it's a space that's made out of air.
Now, tell me about an important and unique aspect of your approach here, what you call concept design.
Concept design is an opportunity for us to work with the client in a kit of parts or a puzzle to explore all the potential options for their project before they commit to actually one direction. It's sort of a fun way to review and investigate all the potential that's available in their particular project. They may not have the ideas of how this could work out when they first come in the door, but as they leave inspired by the potential for where their project could go. With any new client that comes to the door, we're excited with the prospect that the future has yet to be designed.
Scott, it sounds like a really interesting and very lively approach to this art. Thanks for joining us here on Sky Radio.
You're welcome.
Scott Joyce is president and CEO of Scott Joyce Design Incorporated. We reached him by phone at his offices in West Hollywood. More information and samples of his visionary work can be seen at www.scottjoycedesign.com.